Good morning, Lyceans. We are Group 2 and today we're going to discuss badminton. Here in the Philippines, badminton is a very popular game alongside with basketball and volleyball. Usually it is played by friends and family. However, did you ever wonder where it came from, what the history is, who invented it, where did it originated? And what are the rules and regulations of the said sport? The sport was eventually brought back home by a British officers, played at the Duke of Beaufort's Gloucestershire residence in 1873. The residence was called the Badminton House, where the badminton gets its name from. And in 1877, the Bath Badminton Club was established. This club introduced the first set of rules of the game. In 1893, the first badminton association was formed in England, and eventually in 1934, the association worked as a world federation. At the same year, the Badminton World Federation was formed. In the year 1992, it became a new Olympic sport played at Barcelona, and at this time, singles and doubles event were introduced. And that's it for the brief history of badminton. Now let's move on to the set of rules and regulations for single and double.
Rules and regulations of badminton singles. At the beginning of the game, their score is 0-0. And when the server score is even, like for example, 2-4-6 and so on, the server serves from the right service court. So it looks like this. When the server score is odd, like 1-3-5 and so on, the server serves from the left service court. So it looks like this. So meaning, dapat dili sila magkaatbang, dapat opposite silang duwa. So number 2, if the server wins a rally, the server scores a point and then serves again from the alternate service court. For example, ang server kayang score is 2, then nag-serve siya, but the receiver wasn't able to hit the shuttlecock. So, since naka-earn man siya 1 point, so ang server move siya to the left. And then, ang receiver, kay gikan mo siya sa left, so move siya to the right court. Third, if the receiver wins a rally, the receiver scores a point and becomes the new server. They serve from the appropriate service court. Left if their score is odd, and right it is even. So if ang server kay nag-serve siya, but si receiver he was able to hit the shuttlecock, so siya ang bag-o nga server, and then he can earn 1 point. So since gikan siya sa right, so move siya to the left, and then same si server gikan sa left, so move siya to the right court.
Hi, I am Louis John Lee S. Baga, and for today I will be discussing the rules and regulations for badminton doubles. So let's start. First is the coin toss. So the rules of badminton state that a toss shall be conducted before the game starts. If you win, you can choose between serving first or to start play at either end of the court. Your opponent can then exercise the remaining choice. Next is the order of play and position on court. At the start of the game, in each time a side gains the right to serve, the service shall be delivered from the right service court. Only your opponent standing diagonally opposite to you shall return the service. After the service is returned, either you or your partner may hit the shuttle from any position on your side of the net. Then either player from the opposing side may do the same, and so on until the shuttle ceases to be in play. Next is the serving system. So if you are serving or receiving first at the start of any game, you shall serve or receive in the right service court when your side or your opponent's side scored an even number of points. But you shall serve or receive in the left service court when your side or your opponent's side has scored an odd number of points. So you shall not serve out of turn, receive out of turn, or receive two consecutive services in the same game, except as provided in the service court errors and lets. So next is the switching sides on the court. In badminton rules and regulations, the doubles entail that the players or teams will switch sides on the court during the following times. First is at the end of the first game, then at the end of the second game, and if a third game is to be played, then the first player to score a total of 11 points. Next is the service error. So a service court error has been made when a player has served out of turn, has served from the wrong service, or standing on the wrong service court while being prepared to receive the service and it has been delivered. So the first service error is called faults. So the shuttlecock which is either served or hit should land inside the service court. Any shuttlecock which flew away from the white boundaries will not be counted and the opponent will score. One side has only one attempt to retrieve the shuttle. Either one of the players is going to hit the shuttle. Even if the shuttle is accidentally touched by hand, it is still a fault. Also, an important rule of badminton is that only the receiver can return the serve directed at them. So second service court error is called let or lets. A let is called to end the rally to replay the point. The score, however, doesn't change and the same server serves again to the same receiving player. In other words, let is called by the umpire or by a player if there is no umpire to halt or to cease the play. A let may be given for any unforeseen or accidental occurrence during the play. So shuttle not in play, another service court error. So a shuttle is not in play when it strikes the net and remains attached there or suspended on top. A shuttle is not also in play when it strikes the net or posts and starts to fall towards the surface of the court. So third, a shuttle is not also in play when it hits the surface of the court or a fault or let has occurred. So that's it. For more information about the rules and regulation for badminton doubles, you can check it at the Laws of Badminton Rulebook by the Badminton World Federation.
The method of scoring system in singles is similar to doubles. Both the formats has best of 3 games. Each game lasts for 15 minutes and goes on until one of the players scores 21 points, while a match lasts for 45 minutes and a player has to win at least 2 games to claim his victory. The primary objective of this game is to win by scoring 20 points before one's opponent. To achieve this purpose, players have to hit the shuttlecock over the top of the net and make it land on the other side of the court of your opponent. If a player succeeds in making his opponent unable to send the shuttlecock back to him in an appropriate manner, he earns a point. The serve always starts a rally. The rally is an interchanging process of shots between two opposing players. The server can score a point when he wins a rally. To win a rally, player has to beat his opponent with the shuttlecock, of course. Manage to drop the shuttlecock in the opponent's court, force him to hit the shuttlecock out of the court, make him touch the net while hitting it short, or make him fall prey to any of the fouls. A badminton match consists of 3 games. To win a game, a player has to score 21 points before his opponent. If both players score 20 against 20 points, the player scoring 2 extra points wins the match. To win a match, a player has to win 2 games out of 3. So basically, the scoring of badminton is similar to volleyball when it comes to rally. Badminton singles has somehow similar rules as we see in doubles. However, badminton singles has a smaller court in terms of width. In singles, one player stands on the one side of the court and the other stands in the other side of the court, of course. Both players should continue hitting shots as long as one of them fails to return the shuttle in a proper way. When a player misses to respond his opponent's shot and lets the shuttle fall on his side of the court, he loses the rally and ultimately a point. In singles, the scoring target is similar to that of the doubles, and a player has to reach 21 points before his opponent to claim his win. Whereas, again similar to the pattern of doubles, match of badminton singles comprises the best 3 games. The winner has to win 2 games out of 3.
Scoring in doubles. Instead, each person winning points. In this situation, each pair wins points. At the start of the game, when the score is 0-0, the serving pair will be the one to choose who will serve the first relay. And then the receiver pair will be the one to choose who receives. So the even and odd rule still holds. So if the score is odd, he will serve from the left. And if even, he will serve from the right. Whenever the serving side wins the relay, he will serve again, but from the other service court. The serve does not alternate between partners. It stays with one person until the opponent wins the rally and get the serve. That's how you do scoring in doubles. Thank you so much.
The materials and equipment needed in this sport. Racket. This is the most basic component required by a badminton player. It is used to hit the bird or shuttlecock. The racket is shaped like a tennis racket and has string but weighs much less. Shuttlecock. It is a badminton version of a tennis ball. It has a small ball at the front to give it speed and feathers protruding from it to help float when it is hit high into the air. Net. After the racket and shuttlecock, the equipment that is of utmost importance is the net. If not professionally played, you can do without the net. For professionals and practices that will matter in the long run, you need it. There is a specific height from the ground assigned for a professional match of badminton. From the ground, it should measure neither more nor less than 5 feet. The net edges are topped with white so that the actual height of the net is visible for a fair game. Court shoes. Badminton players need to move about a lot. This moving around does pressurize the forefeet, which can be painful while you are relaxing at night. Moreover, if the shoes that are holding your body weight, they need to be extremely comfortable and cushioned that will let your feet breathe without tiring your feet. Remember that not only do you see your hands while playing badminton but also your feet. Without the feet supporting you, your hands will not coordinate well in making you the winner. Socks. Although sounds a trivial one, but it does have an important role to play. Good quality socks and the one that absorbs sweat from the feet to keep you comfortable is a necessity. Wristband and headband. Well, they may be purchased or may not be. They are not too mandatory as long as you have long hair that disturbs your play. For some, they work as fashion accessories. Many players get these bands for the good feel factor. After all, badminton players with wristband and headbands do look super cool. Nevertheless, we cannot deny the fact that wristbands do help you in preventing the sweat flowing to the handle of your racket, and the headband helps the sweat from getting into your eyes. And lastly, badminton apparel. Wearing something really comfortable during the match can do wonders. If you wear cotton t-shirt, either round necked or collared, you will be more at ease than other fabric t-shirt because while playing badminton, you sweat a lot as it demands more cardiovascular activities. It is imperative to wear light clothing so that the heat and sweat of the body are absorbed without affecting one's performance. Remember, no game is complete without the equipment required. Without the essential equipment, a sport is deemed worthless.
Hello everyone, I am Miss Mantilia and I am here to share with you my topic, the basic skills in badminton. So we have here the seven skills. So first is the stance, second the grip, the footwork, serve, smash, drop shot, and lastly the clear. Say stand, it is how you stand while playing a badminton, both in between and in rally and before the serve. So a stable and a correct stance will bring a huge change in the results due to the easier movement. The grip, for the right grip in holding the racket, it's really important to achieve control on shots while avoiding the chances of wrist injury. So a proper grip will allow you to play the both backhand and forehand strokes effortlessly. So holding a racket is similar to a friendly handshake, just the thumb will be comfortably placed against the wider surface and the handle grip. So the rest of the hand will imitate a handshake. So remember to keep the handshake friendly, avoiding a tight grip. It will hinder the flexibility in motion and also might lead to a wrist injury in the long term. For the footwork, it is a badminton played on a court with limited space, and the athletes have to take care of the same while playing. Footwork plays a huge role in helping you to an effective and organized movement in the court. In fact, some coaches even raise footwork to prime importance over the other skills. Service is among the most basic skills that you need to master in badminton. So also you should ensure to make a legal service, otherwise it might lead to a penalty point. Check out more badminton tricks in the internet. So we have two types of service in badminton. We have the high service and the low service. So for the high service, it aims at the back and the corner to the opponent's court. Ideally, a good high service results in a shuttle dropping steeply downwards at the back end of the court. So in fact, a high service is presented to opponents having the ability to executing a strong smash. You can always expect a lob or a drop from your opponent as a reply to a properly executed high service. So generally, it is recommended to serve the shuttle to opponent's backhand area. This is to exploit the weaker backhand that exists in the game of the most of the players. For the low service, unlike high serve, the low serve aims to the front of the court. So the objective is to let the shuffle fly just above the net, landing in the front corner of the court. So in this case, your opponent has the opportunity to dash forward and smash the shuttle to you even if execution is poor. For a smash, it is the most potent and powerful stroke in a badminton, which naturally turns out to be the most familiar term to all. So the shot is basically to hit the shuttle powerfully towards the opponent's body or downward on the court. So a perfectly executed smash has no defense. We have here three types of smashes. First, we have the forehand smash. Second, the backhand smash. And the third is a jumping smash. When we say a forehand smash, it is overhead smash, which is similar to the action of throwing a ball. So you should not have a problem playing this stroke if you can throw a ball well. So this is skill in badminton acts as a game changer for the beginners. For the backhand smash, one of the toughest strokes in badminton, and even experts face difficulty in playing the strokes. Still, it is important to practice and get to the technique to rise in the skill level to execute this stroke. Getting the backhand grip is extremely important. Also, it is equally important to ruin back to stance. So backhand smash skill in badminton requires years of practice and consistency. Lastly, the jumping smash, a forehand smash with a timed jump added to it counts under jumping smash. This skill is badminton is the most glamorous of all. When we say drop shot, it is amongst all the basic skills in badminton, so the drop shot is the most technical one. Badminton drop shots are delicate badminton shots that can win you points to aim scoring points in a deception. So played with both backhand and forehand, these are used to move the opponent off the front court. This creates spaces in the midcourt. The clear or the lob. So the lob shot in badminton can be imagined as a shot with an inverted U trajectory. It is normally played from the forecourt with an aim to do for the lob the shuttle over the opponent. So the idea is to land it as near as to the baseline as this is, at an angle that is impossible to clear. So this is similar to the drop in challenging the opponent with a sudden motion backward this time. It can also be executed by both backhand and forehand. This generally results in the creation of space in front of a midcourt, so opening plenty of opportunities. That is one of the basic badminton skill one can learn with practice without joining coaching. So that's all for the basic skills. I hope you learned something in me. Thank you for having me.